Am I on? Hello, YouTube. How y'all doing? Yeah, I'm back here again. I thought I had to put this subject to sleep, but I guess not. Okay. On Easter Sunday, I had an issue because this woman who used to be a man named CAITLYN Jenner had come on YouTube to express her displeasure, or wherever she came on, somewhere on social media, express her displeasure on Joe Biden acknowledging not remembrance, Trans Visibility Day, right? Something that has gone on for years that happened to fall on Easter this Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday, this was not Easter Sunday doesn't claim a day. It appears on different days. As I said in my video before, I was born on Easter Sunday, and I think twice it's come on my birthday again in the last 66 years. So he has some things to say, and I want to respond to it. First, I want to speak to y'all. Hi, Tiffany and Goonies. But Al has no outrage against the Easter bunny, dyed eggs, candy, which has nothing to do with Jesus as well. That is a good point there, Goonies. You're off to a good start, brother. Goonie gang in the building, says Tiffany. Hi, Ashley. Neck bone, pinto beans, and cornbread. How you doing? So this dude done put his foot in his mouth again, as far as I'm concerned. There are many issues with Al Reynolds and whatever he is. He claims he's a bisexual, which a bisexual will still be included in LGBT, the B being bisexual people, right? But he seems to run afoul so often that I think he is actually problematic. So first I want y'all to hear what he said and then see if there's anything to talk about. How about that? Hold on a minute. Christian here, and even though I'm wait a minute, you're starting off wrong.
That Republican sweet spot, I guess. Al, what do you think about this? And CAITLYN's
well, you know, I'm the resident Christian here, and even though I'm not a fan of CAITLYN Jenner, and we know that transgender visibility.
First of all, we're gonna stop you from the very first statement you made. You said you are the resident Christian there, girl. Everybody is not going around touting, I'm a Christian, like it's some kind of contest or something, child. You are not the resident Christian there. You don't know what other people's faith is. A lot of people are not going to go around wearing a Christian banner, but you seem to want to hold on to that, right? I very seriously doubt that you're the resident Christian there. Now, whether people are on different places in their, that mustache looking terrible. I got to shave. I very seriously doubt you're the only one, girl. They always want to be the only one. I'm a Christian. Oh, my Christian values. I'm a girl. The majority of this country are Christians, whether they tout it or not. Let's continue.
Visibility Day has been on the same day. For me, for the president to bring it to light, for the president to speak on it, and let me be very clear. I have on this show for the past 4 years been very supportive of the transgender community. Claudia has been supportive of the transgender community on here. This did not feel good to me as a Christian. Him highlighting it on Easter Day.
Oh, shut your head, girl. Okay. He says he's problematic for me as a Christian, for the president to actually acknowledge. How did you feel, Al Reynolds, when President Obama lit up the White House in the rainbow flag? How did you feel about that? I'm just curious. When President Obama started acknowledging that gay people, trans people, they're all taxpaying citizens of this country. How did you feel about that, Al Reynolds, since you're a Christian? Like the trans people, they can't be Christian? I'm certainly Christian. I'm probably more Christian than you, nigga. Because I actually believe that not in a book or a goddamn doctrine, girl, but in actually God himself and the gift of the Christ. Dumbass. Let me get through this stuff. I hope I can get through it.
Gotta be honest. It gave me tone deaf. It gave me weird. It gave me dark.
Why is it weird?
And it gave me uncomfortable. And I probably need to come to terms with that. And because
you sure do.
because I need to come to terms with that, has nothing to do with it being transgender. It just has to do
Girl,
with
it's got everything to do with it being transgender. You know, good and goddamn well that the whole subject is nothing but it ain't got nothing else to do with nothing else, girl. If it was Groundhog Day, nigga, you wouldn't have a problem with it, right? But because it involves transgender community, these people who are actually fighting for their lives in this country, you got to pipe your ass up, girl. It just didn't feel right. It just didn't sound right, right? Did it sound right when Obama did it? I mean, are a version of it? Are acknowledging people? Are you saying that they are so vile and so nasty that they cannot even be mentioned in the same line as Easter? Al Reynolds, what is wrong with you? You got a whole lot of problems, boy. I don't know what your personal situation is, but you got a lot of things you need to work out, sissy. Let me tell you something. As far as the public go, if you're going to be a public figure, either one for all and all for one, you have to fight with us, girl. You have to be, whenever somebody says something publicly about the African American community, girl, I am black. I wouldn't give a goddamn what what I say in the barbershop. I wouldn't give a goddamn what I say among my friends, whatever. When I'm in front of a camera, girl, I am pro-black, period. Right? I am also pro-LGBTQ, correct? You're on this show, which is the majority LGBTQ, whether you like it or not, girl, and you're talking about how you agree with self-hating CAITLYN Jenner on the subject of transgender holiday should not be acknowledged in the same voice as the goddamn as Christmas. We've had Christmas. I mean, we've had Easter for 2,000 years, child. Ain't that gonna change Easter? Oh, how could he even say the word? That a bitch? Make up your goddamn mind. And if they need to, if you're gonna keep on with these your Christian views, like CAITLYN Jenner, your Christian view, you need to get your ass off that show then, right? Now, even Claudia, God knows she's had her issues. I wouldn't say she's homophobic, but she is certainly pro-women over everything else, right? She always feels like she has to speak up from a woman's point of view. Even her, she realizes that was an inappropriate thing to say. Both of your co-hosts, girl. He said, what is, I mean, I'm sure they wanted to ask you if they had more time. What in your hell is wrong with you, Al Reynolds? I mean, you sound so goddamn stupid. You talking about a Biden sound, what did you say he sounds like? You sound Republican as well, Al Reynolds. But we already know that you don't know who the fuck you are, really, right? Because when I look at you, I see a gay dude, right? I see a dude that married a woman for money. That's all I see. Now you want to claim you something else, girl? That's on you.
There on that day of Easter, I would have an issue with the president highlighting it. That's my personal opinion. And I feel like that this is just an example of how disconnected the Biden administration can be sometimes. Sometimes in so many ways they get it right, but in so many other ways in their quest to
girl, we ain't trying to kiss the ass of no goddamn you go to the Catholic Church, girl. We're not in the business of kissing their ass. He's the president of the United States. Everybody's supposed to be acknowledged and honored and represented, girl. They get one goddamn day a year. Bitch, you gonna try to change that? Oh, but Easter came this year, or Easter came on this year 45 years ago. So I personally have an issue with it. It just don't seem right that the president will be acknowledging them. Them is us, nigga. Because when it gets right down to it, they hate your ass just as much as they hate us. They think you as a confused fool, girl. How y'all do? Let's let them finish up. They don't talk but I think 2 minutes or something.
With the transgender community, which I understand that's what the administration is trying to do with this, I think you do alienate a lot of other people that are Christian,
girl,
are Catholic.
Miss Thing, shut your ass up, girl. Miss Thing, your relationship with your creator, girl, it is a personal experience. Personal. When you want to go out and celebrate Christmas, right? You want to wear your Easter bonnet to church, bitch? Go ahead and wear it, girl. It's all. I don't know why you always have to feel like you have to interfere with other people's existence, other people's lives, particularly when we're in a fight, honey. We're in a fight, and at this particular moment, it's against transgender people. What the fuck are you talking about? It is personal. I have a personal relationship with God. I don't need your approval. I don't need the Catholic Church approval. I don't need the Baptists. I don't need the Methodist, girl. I don't need the Muslims. I don't need nobody to affirm my relationship with God. It's personal, girl. You in love with a goddamn religion? A religion is so inferior. And a religion does not include you, Al Reynolds, right? Because they have certain points of views, things that they agree upon. They touch and agree upon something, girl, and that makes them a religion. These are the things we believe, right? What they believe does not include you, Al Reynolds. The fuck are you talking about? Stupid ass niggas.
About it. It had nothing to do with it being transgender. It was just us highlighting something as a day that we're supposed to be celebrating for the rising of Christ.
But you know, Al, every single day has like a day. Like I think it's like National Hot
Let's
Dog
hear her
Day.
for a
Like
minute.
it's all these other things that we have days for, and it just happened to fall. I hear what you're saying as a Christian, but I will say this: it screams of transgenders and gays are not allowed to be religious and celebrate, and they don't. But they're not.
Yeah, no. Like I said, it has nothing to do.
Yeah, it has everything to do with. Stop lying, bitch.
Like if it was Hot Dog Day, if the president said we're celebrating Hot Dog Day, anything outside of what I traditionally respect and celebrate Easter.
Hot dogs, girl, are not groups of human beings. This thing. If it was African American Day, if they had an African American Day, and it happened to fall on Easter, would you have a problem with the president of the United States acknowledging African American Day, African American history? Would you have a problem with it, Al Reynolds? You fucking idiot. Seems like all these ones over here toting about how educated they are. They seem to be the dumbest motherfuckers on here. Girl, if you can't say anything intelligent, shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing. Right? You agree with CAITLYN Jenner? Keep it to yourself. We don't need to hear it. It doesn't benefit anybody, girl. Oh, you got to consider the other people when you say you're gonna have a trans. You're gonna have a trans. This thing, they exist. They exist. That's all it's saying, girl. Visibility. We're here. We are here. We are here. We are here. And that's all anybody asking for your punk ass. Motherfuckers want people to go out in the bushes and take a shit. I agree. Well, I can see their point. You have to be conscious of Miss Thing. The whole world, girl, acknowledges Christianity, right? We're of the top 3 religions in the world, Miss Thing, right? We're not in a fight for Christians, girl, to not have anything else mentioned on Easter Sunday, girl. Turn the channel. Anyway, people, I'm sorry. Was he finished? Oh, well, actually, I want to hear what Claudia says, who she's been accused of homophobia and all kind of stuff. She makes good point here. And also Armand Wiggins. So all this stuff takes about 3 minutes. They're doing several things, but this is what occurred today and what I took offense at.
I would have felt uncomfortable with. That's just my personal opinion.
Okay, and you are definitely entitled to that. Armand, what do you think?
I don't agree with that at all. I personally feel like he made 2 posts. He made an Easter post, and in that same day, he made a transgender visibility post. And I think the outrage, not for Al, but the outrage for the public is the simple fact that it is transgender. And I think, had this been, National African American Day or National Women's Day, and he made that post, the outrage wouldn't be there from anybody. No one would care. But because it was transgender or someone under the LGBTQ community, that is when it becomes a problem. I'm so tired of LGBTQ people having to live as second-class citizens in this country to heterosexual people, to women, Black people. I'm tired of that. And I'm glad that he did it, because for so long, we always have to take the back seat to everyone else. Everyone else can be highlighted. We can have they can have their moment. We have to celebrate them and put them on a pedestal. But the moment that we get a moment of shine, now it's like, oh, the Christians are offended. This one is offended. So gay people can't be Christians. We can't celebrate Easter, because I know the girls were up and down the hallways and the aisleways on church one Sunday. So let the trans people have their moment. We're not second-class citizens in the LGBTQ community. And if that simply falls on our day, happy Easter and happy Trans Visibility Day.
All right.
Here's a good comment. SM said, it's not the community's fault Easter switches up every year. Can two things be true at the same time? I will say this. Now, it was the way it was the way it was put out there. Again, bad. The Democratic Party
is like he voted. Yeah,
right. It's like it looked like
he decided today.
I'm going to make Easter, and it made it seem like, okay, why are you piling on another holiday? But then when I found out that it's always been on that date, it should have been made more clearly so people that don't just read the headlines like most people do wouldn't feel away. I get that feeling. Like it was seemed like it was, I'm going to make Easter.
Girl, point was Al Reynolds. We ain't going to evaluate all the rest of them. I want to, Al Reynolds, pick a side or shut up. When you go before the camera, just shut up on the subject, right? You talking about you sound exactly like CAITLYN Jenner, child. Why are you so offended? What offends you? Not that they're parading around naked or anything, girl. It's just that they exist. That offends you. You have some problems to work on with your internalized homophobia, Al Reynolds. And you got to realize that we're not all the same kind of people, honey. We've come together because we're such tiny, small communities that we had to group together to make it the LGBTQ. All these tiny communities to actually have a voice at all. Al Reynolds, you are in the middle of it. LGB, and right in the middle of it, girl. You're right in the middle of it, Miss Thing. And then you're making a point of some religious white male. That's what it is, girl. And you want, and I've run into these things with you many, many times, girl. You need to do a lot more research. Since you're a college graduate, go and read some goddamn books. If you had not been here present, right? You are pretending to be something that you are not for almost all of your life, girl. There was a song, I'm just a gigolo everywhere I go. You feel me? Because you married Star Jones does not make you a bisexual in my mind, girl. If I have something I want to get out of somebody, Miss Thing, I am not above, girl, doing whatever, because a woman got to use what she got to get just what she want. Now, there it is. Anyway, people, what y'all think? There's some other stories going on here, too. But you see how people can be quiet about their personal views, girl? If you believe in God, believe in God. He wants a personal relationship with you, honey. He wants you to bow down on your knees in reference to him. Just acknowledge him in all of his ways, girl. It ain't got nothing to do with you constantly coming on here, girl, to try to corrupt people's minds, child, to turn them towards people who hate your goddamn ass. They don't understand you, punk. For you, you're just another sissy. What's the other subjects? It looks like y'all don't seem to have much of a point on this, which is fine, honey. Whatever. We don't agree on everything. But the other issue is apparently the person formerly known as Phi Babe. The person formerly known as Phi Babe is now Shalina Marie. If you want to go over there and sign up for her page is Shalina Marie. She has come on. She says, Phi Babe is dead. I was going to write a book about that once. I was going to write a book, Jabber is Dead, or Killing Jabber. That would be my street person, right? So she goes on to say, for whatever reason, her and Johnny Mac fell out. Johnny Mac took her name. She can't use that name anymore. So she's taken, she's been gone for 2 or 3 weeks. And now she's come back under a new name and a new persona, so she says. She may want it to be a new persona, but you know, I don't discount the fact that Miss Phi Babe wants to do a different thing on here, right? I don't know why she's just throwing in the towel concerning this dude, Johnny Mac. Why she just threw in the towel so easily? Apparently, after she lost her channel, or he took her name, and therefore she lost her channel, She came back immediately. Baby, you know your dad struggles. Will you please have mercy and loving kindness? Thank you. What was I talking about? Oh, she surrendered to this Johnny Mac guy. I don't know how she can just come back on and act like that whole thing didn't happen. But she said she didn't want to fight anymore. She was tired. Many people are going to say, oh, you just ran and you're scared. I could understand what she was saying in much of this new personality of hers. She doesn't want to be in the beef sector. She doesn't want to beef anymore, but she still has to acknowledge that everybody in her chat, everybody is following her, are all beef sector. So just by her opening her mouth makes it beef sector, at least for a while. She wants to do more of a spiritual type of a channel. Good luck with that, because you're still you. I don't think that you, the person that you were, I mean, it's not like you were on here selling drugs or anything, right? You were doing what the beef sector does. This is what made you. This is what brought you onto social media. So good luck to her. But I could understand, because when I left my old life on the streets, which I've said many times, I actually liked my life on the streets. People would get clean. I would say, why'd you do that? What the fuck? You going to give up all this, right? Until it was time. And when it was time for me to leave that life, several things started happening. I think this is what she's suggesting. She's suggesting that Johnny Mac doing what he did could actually catapult her into who she's supposed to be, right? She wants to speak about spiritual matters. I believe she was raised in a small type of church in her family, where her family were believers. Her mother is in ministry. Her grandmother was in ministry. And so she's been surrounded by religion and ministry her whole life. And maybe he figures that this is her calling now, right? So anyway, you want to see Miss Five Babe, go over there too. And it's still her personality. I mean, we all speak. I speak oftentimes, maybe some people will say too much about my own spiritual life. I mean, it's part of us. It becomes part of us, right? So maybe she's not going to dig so deep, or she's not going to be beefing all the time. Many people have tried that. But the reality, Five Baby, you have to look at that is before he took your page, you know, the numbers were not numbering for a while. Things were starting to fall off. It's not because you're a bad person, or you're boring or anything like that. It's going to do with that. Just people they move on, honey. Nothing is forever, right? Nothing is forever, but she was really raking in the coin for a long time, for at least a couple, 2-3 years. And then it was no more. We can all see the numbers, So she said, well, this is obviously, this is God trying to say something to me. She goes on about a dream she had and so forth. I don't know why you can remember dreams in detail. I can't. I can remember them for maybe the first 20 minutes after I wake up. And some people, they write their dreams down so they will remember them. They think they're significant. Sometimes if something is so, it was a powerful dream that I will remember many parts of it, at least general themes. Whatever. So the Five Babe's back is the point. But she's back as Selena Marie. The Five Babe person is dead. She wants nothing to do with that. It's like when Johnny Mac smacked her. It's like when that dude hit me in the head with a beer bottle in the tenderloin in order to rob me, child. He was not doing that to help me, correct? I'm sure it never occurred to him, oh, I'm working for God, right? But it got my attention enough that I was able to turn my whole life around. And then after that, there were several incidents. I was getting ripped off by people who I did business with for years, right? People were doing scandalous shit. They never did it before. It was all falling apart because that season in my life was over. Now you call that God, the Holy Ghost, call it whatever you want it to do. Something in the spiritual realm was saying this is done. And it happened to be true. And I've been calling myself a Christian ever since then, because that is the name which I called on. Anyway, Johnny Mac's artist was also using that name longer than her. Oh, Johnny Mac's artist. So there was a controversy over the name Five Babe. So she had no legal leg to stand on. And did he actually go and pay to get the channel? I didn't follow that very much, but wait a minute. Just had a thought. So he had, well, y'all know the story, how all that went. She's still confused as to why he went after her. You're saying that he already had that name and he just made it official kind of thing, right? I don't know. After I write my book, sometimes I'll look back and I'll say, oh, that's several books. Do you know there's more than one book called Meth Monster? There's hopefully there's no more Timothy Blaines out there. So this is what she's done. She's changed her name to her real name to lower the chance of somebody else being somebody else's name. So when you're going to title something, probably it'd be best to just Google the name to make sure, right? Because I named my series Love and Gospel Music. I had no idea there was going to be a love and hip hop and love and I don't know, love and R&B and all this other shit. That book name came purely out of my head. Now I might have heard it somewhere subconsciously, but I think now that when I start to label a book, I will Google the name first. Anyway, he ended up with the name. She is not going to retaliate against him. She simply decided to move on. She has felt like, well, this is just my exit because I want to move on anyway. Somebody came into her chat. Who is that? Cruiser came into her chat and she said, well, some people said they're gonna make you lose your channel or something like that. And she said, let God use you. Because she also felt at some point that she wanted to leave the beef sector, right? Or leave this sector and go and do something else. Now that's going to happen to everybody. You do this shit long enough, there are going to be times when you're not going to be feeling it, but you've grown to expect an income from this. You don't want to lose your subscribers, so you just come on anyway. And at some point, you're doing something that you're not even into it anymore, right? That season is past. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on with her. There was another story as well. Apparently, James did. He had a town hall type live on yesterday. Now, it seems like the primary issue was these new beef sector people who I'm not even hardly aware of them because I don't participate in their panels. But this, I think, is primarily about the panels. The panels are being invaded, and some people will say at times taken over by these other people, many of them from other sectors who do not particularly value women. Not particularly. They have a kind of a, is it called manosphere type of personality. And they definitely do not appreciate or like homosexuals. My question will be, well, why the fuck come over here? I mean, there's so many places to be on the internet, honey. They apparently they seem to think that this is a popping thing and they want a piece of it, right? And then there are some people who have allowed them on their panels to start arguing about stuff they don't know anything about. For me, I don't follow the panel, so I really don't know who the hell they are. They might not even consider me to be beef sector, but I'm just doing what I've been doing, honey. So a lot of these names they were throwing out, I'm not aware of them, so I didn't participate in the town hall. I think he was also saying some people get caught up on this OG stuff, right? You got to be the ones who are original, like the people who are originally, just like the Bible, the people who are originally here, they have more value than anybody else. That's not true. A person can come over, if they have enough personality, then they'll make it, they'll stay, right? If they can hold an audience. So I don't get into who belongs in the beef sector, who's not a beef sector, who's an OG and all this kind of shit, child. If they come over here, even if they pay their way over here, there was also scuttlebutt about someone paying or cash apping people just to be recognized in order to get over to the beef sector. Well, if they want to do that, let them do that. But if they don't have enough personality, or if they can't hold an audience, or if these are not funny people, or not interesting people, then they'll just disappear. It won't work. Yeah, you might find different ways to get in, but what will you do when you get in? Right? I remember when 5A joined the goddamn beef sector, right? I caught it right from the beginning. I said, well, there's several people trying to get in the beef sector. And for as far as I'm concerned, 5A is the front runner. And it turned out to be just that. She's the one that made it in. Why? Because people liked her personality. They thought she was funny. They enjoyed her commentary, kind of thing, right? So I'm not a part of all that stuff. Just do your thing, man. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. Okay, Goonie's gonna say, I don't listen to the chat. Okay, let me get my ass together. And by looking at Al's younger pictures, he loves some Easter candy. Gigolo. Get your ass on somewhere, child. You got to be careful. These people call themselves bisexual too. Now, I'm not saying that there are no bisexuals. I was in love with one, not my lover. I'm talking about somebody else for a long time who was actually a bisexual person. He was capable of having relationship with male and female. His relationship was with men was different than his relationship with women. He ended up actually going back and marrying women. But when we were together, there was love there, honey. There was love there. My character and his character are in my new book. At least that affair between a bisexual and y'all call them down low, whatever you call them. But there are many people who are still confused about their identity, or they are opportunists like Al Reynolds, I suspect. Opportunity, and they'll just use whatever they got to get what they want, honey. But not the first time I've called him out for being problematic. Right. If Al Reynolds, if you look around and you see all of the people in the LGBT commentary concerning that woman, her disdain for transgender people, even though she's a transgender people, right? She wants to hold on to being a Republican white man, a privileged Republican white man, honey, and she wants to hold on to being a Republican, die-hard Republican. She's not making the full switch. She hasn't learned that she's supposed to speak up for her people. Why? Because they're her people, honey. You want to fight for the other team. So Al, I think maybe you're not stupid, but that statement you made was stupid and unnecessary, uncalled for, girl. And that's going to affect people, how they feel about you going forward. Right? You're ashamed. What are you ashamed about? Al is slow. Is that what it is? He's slow. It's just the same date. It's the same date as Easter. Lord have mercy. So if you have a birthday, it can't be acknowledged on Easter Sunday. I had a birthday on Easter Sunday, child. I mean, goddamn, the whole world is still going on, Al Reynolds. Everybody's not going to the church with the little Easter outfits, girl. And what the fuck does Easter eggs got to do with Easter, the risen Christ? You want to determine exactly what they're supposed to think, what they're supposed to feel? That's what religion is, honey. It's an attempt to make it all a group thought, and we're not interested. Al. I guess Al is against acknowledging anybody's birthday that was born on December 25th. Only Jesus' birthday, okay, can be celebrated on that day. Lord have mercy. It's so stupid. He does sometimes say some stupid ass shit, child. And usually it's got something to do with the LGBTQ. He just don't get it. He should have just brought his ass out when he was a dime piece in his early 20s, honey. And he would know about the community, or what is offensive to us. And he would recognize that even though it is the trans community who is being attacked at this point within our community, Stonewall involved, no matter how much they whitewashed the movie and all that, that was transgender standing up for the rest of us, honey. That's what it means to be a part of a community, Al Reynolds. It was them, honey. They were the ones visible, ironically. They were the ones that stood up, not hiding and pretending, Al, for a paycheck. Al said he would have a problem if it was African American Day. He wouldn't want to celebrate the same day as Easter happened. Why not? You can't celebrate more than one goddamn thing? Fuck. Yeah, that's a self-loathing homosexual. He probably is prejudiced against other people in his own. It's not unusual. There are gay men who don't like feminine gay men. There are gay men who don't like butch queens or whatever they call them, girl. And there are so many communities involved. You know, some people are simply born with unequal chromosomes, right? So no, they don't understand them. It's not your job to understand them. You're in a fight with them. We are together, honey. And a lot of other people, reasonable people, decent people, are willing to acknowledge that we do exist. History has been wrong. It has been wrong for persecuting us. Primarily, it's the church, but the church bleeds over, right? Because, like they say, train them up as a child. Y'all know, I'm gonna get off the subject for a minute. Y'all don't seem to be responding. So there should be a fight against. Have y'all ever watched cartoons? Now, cartoons are where people, when you're young, you learn many things. A lot of cartoons are very brilliant, right? I don't watch cartoons, but when I leave the house, my dog, in my mind, watches cartoons primarily because it involves a lot of talking animals, you know. So every time I turn the TV on to one of these old, I think they're all Warner Brothers. They have all the oldies put together, like 4 or 5 hours, so I can leave it on while he's gone. Every time I turn it on, it is some cartoon character in blackface. I don't know why. This is when you're teaching people. Their minds are like sponges. They're absorbing everything. And you have all of these mammies and these people that in blackface making a fool out of themselves, like they used to do with us. That's to be a subject for someone. I don't have the patience or I don't know, the mindset to actually put that together. But if you go to some of those old cartoons, they got blackface all through them, honey. Every black person, every black bird is represented with big lips, girl. The face is actually black, right? They talk like the people in the old time days they used to do when they used to do blackface. They talk just those characters. They're all through the cartoons, honey. So when people get to be adult, you wonder where did this come from? Where did these prejudices come from? I think it deserves to be looked into. I'm not the right person to do it. But you can go on and put cartoon in your search and you'll see. I believe they're the old Warner Brothers cartoons. I said, I'm amazed that we have come this far and this much history has passed. And then you go on there, it's like we were living in 1945. It is the truth. Check it out if you want to. Okay. Let me rest my mouth. Or as my mama used to say, shut up, Tim. Let somebody else talk. I would laugh and keep on talking. They said during the segment was nothing compared to what they said about conjoined twins getting married. I don't watch their whole show. I don't know how I bumped into that. My experience with the internet, with YouTube, is I just pop around. I get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I get my news program. I like social media because you can just go out and pick out what news stories you want to hear. If I don't want to hear it, I'm not watching it. Right? I can just pick and choose. So it's very rare that I would sit and watch whole hours of videos. So I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Talking about conjoined twins. Why is that their damn business? Goonies. Yeah, so I did see a little bit more of the thing with Caldwell's town hall. I saw they all got into it with Brian. You know, there's some things that I don't agree with, but I just don't speak on them if I don't agree with them, right? We want to get along with as many people. I think I get along with most people in the beef sector. There are a couple of people who I just can't stand. I won't say any names. Jay Wilson. But and if somebody comes for me, kind of thing, I'll come back for them. But in the general way, I try not to get in other people's business. All this talking about people's mamas when they just died and all that. You just have to stay out of it, honey. So apparently that discussion drifted off into that for a bit as well. Hi, Soul Sister #1 show and Nappy Child. Y'all the only two moderators. Let me see. Thank y'all for coming in. in the clouds. Soul says you at work. Mm-hmm. We have never watched cartoons. You never watch cartoons, baby? I don't. Them old Warner Brothers cartoons. They go on for like 5 and 12 hours, right? So I don't know if the dog sits there and watches cartoons, but in my mind, it's entertaining. It will be entertaining for him. I know when they have those doggy daycare kind of situations, they always have big television screens there where the dogs are kept. So I assume he watches them. Sometimes I'll catch him. He'll be in this on his paws looking at the TV. So, but I said, but goddamn, every black character is in blackface. They're jet black. They got great big old lips. What else do they? Other features they got? They talking like mammies and all this kind of stuff. So why is this allowed? It should be the last outpost where you're actually teaching children this shit, separating black from white. Even when they have like crows and stuff, they paint them jet black, put big lips on them. Anyway, like a lot of times, some of them will eventually get hip to that and pursue that story, and I'll say, I had that thought. Did I drink any Starbucks double shot today? Not so far. I don't think I like that though. I don't like I don't know. Yeah, I don't like that coffee. Comes in a can. It drops you like a rock, but it's through with you. Many animals will watch movies where they see another animal like them. Oh, they do? So, Squeenie, you watching the animals? He does seem to react if I don't turn the TV on and I leave. You know, it's like he's still got somebody in the room with him. You just got to turn the volume down because remember, they hear everything. That's why he's always barking, because he hears people in the hallway. So if it's regular to us, it's probably very loud to them. What are you talking about? House dresses? What did happen to the Goonies? We lost them again. They always have on house dresses and slip on house shoes. They always have on dresses. Or you mean dresses? House dresses and slip on house shoes? That goes on. And a bonnet. That goes on today, baby. Mm-hmm. Tom and Jerry countries have a mammy character. Old Tom and Jerry. I was amazed at how many of them had those things there. I mean, they've been brought down on damn near every kind of media. You don't see that on television. You don't see that on the internet. Somebody's being really out of line, but just to make whole shows like that. Now, these things are back from the 40s. These are the whatever, the original cartoons. But I don't know if they should be shown today. I really don't. So when the kids go to school, then are they seeing the black students as the characters they're watching on cartoons every day? That might have been the reality then, but why show it now? Why is it relevant now? It's like holding on to something you don't want to let go of. Yep. Children don't have a voice online, but you got to remember there's a lot of babies in the world, honey. So they still get views. I heard you, Goonies. Now that's enough. Yep. Dogs are extremely relevant characters in this society, honey. My Squeenie dog thinks I'm jealous because people want to stop and say, "Oh, Gucci. He's so cute. He's so cute." He thinks I'm jealous of him. I said, "I'm not jealous of you, dog. You can't talk." I don't know why they love you, but they are certainly prevalent in cartoons. Some shows are all they are cartoon characters, are dogs. They sure might be showing their cartoon racist foolishness. It's the truth. Can I get it on my phone? I don't think so. I don't think. Let me see if I can get it on my phone, child. Just put in cartoons. Car. Just a minute, people. Cartoon. I see I'm in there. Okay, there it is. Okay. Let me go over here to one of these Warner Brothers. Looney Tunes. Well, that did it. Try Looney Tunes. Warner Brothers Pictures.
And now from the empty
These are all animals. I need one with people in it. Y'all say we don't care about that. We ain't no damn kids. Yo, but you have children, honey, and you should be aware of what the hell they're seeing, the images they're seeing. Oh, hey, Porky Pig. You got any mammies in here? Come on. I wonder if when I'm get to be really old, I'll go back to cartoon. So they are funny. Wait a minute. God damn it. Well, I don't want to hold y'all up trying to find them, but they are. Look for the ones that are 5 hours or more, and they're made by Warner Brothers. This one's 4 hours. Let's see. I'm gonna try one more.
Old King Cole, am a very old soul.
Daddy, why are you watching my stuff? I'm sorry, Scooby. Porky Pig.
Blackout. Hey, now's our chance. Come on.
Well, these are black, but these are cats. They have a right to be black. I can't find which one it is real fast. Maybe I'll do it one day, and I'll pull it up so then I can see it. But they're all through there, honey. And whenever they show humans, I always said that transgender confused him. Al has always said that transgender confused him because he is a, what is he, conjurer? He is a something. He say he's a bisexual. So he's still in community, honey. Right? People, the issue in the gay community is, or has been for many years, is that bisexual people feel that they are under acknowledged, right? They say, why can't I be bisexual, right? It seems like the gays want me to be gay and then the straights want me to be straight. I'm confused. I don't know what I'm doing, right? But there are sincere bisexual people perfectly capable of having sex and or relationship with either sex. It is a real thing. I understand that, honey. But I just think that he missed a lot by all that hiding and all that pretending to be somebody's husband. Have we ever watched Goonies? You got a brand new grandbaby. You better go and see what the hell they're watching. If they're watching it on YouTube, you'll see after you become aware of it, then you say, oh my God, there is a lot of that, isn't there? Is that how they see black people? Where do they have to come from? Are there any other hot stories going on, people? Is there anything else going on besides Five Babe is back under the name of Shalina Marie? I believe Shalina is her real name. So if she don't want the same thing to happen to her, it probably is best to just use your name, because not many people, nobody else going to be on bought your name unless they do it intentionally. But your name is your name, right? We'll see if she can hold to preaching. That's what Jay Wilson came on here claiming he was doing. He made it a whole week and a half. Mutt and Jeff cartoons as a kid. But you have to realize kids these days have no interest in that type of, well, you say that, Goonies, but they all have a lot of different views. I mean, let's see what this one gets. This one is, let me see. It got 1.7 million views. This is a cartoon from the 1950s. Okay. You see that? You can't see. God damn it. I still can't get how to do this shit. Hold on. Hold on. No, it won't let me do it. It's got 1.7 million. I don't get nowhere close to that, Goonies. It's only been up 10 months. It goes on for 4 hours. Here's another one. This one's gotten Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny. Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny. I just can't make it work where you can see the numbers. Well, y'all know I ain't lying. Why would I lie? Bugs Bunny, 4 million views. Because we're not children, we're not watching Goonies. Don't mean other people are not watching. This one is live right now. He's got 997 people watching right now in his live, but it's old cartoons. Bugs Bunny. You see him? Where is it at? That one. That's live right now. What was that damn Tasmanian devil? Bugs Bunny. That's the old Bugs Bunny though. He getting 1,000 views in a live chat. And them old ones been around for a while, right? They all have millions of views, Goonies. So like I said, because we're not watching cartoons, it doesn't mean that people who have babies, who have children, they are a significant population, right? People keep dying and people keep getting born, honey. So there are still people watching cartoons, just not us. And you better get hip to it, Goonies, because you got a brand new grandbaby. And you want to watch things that are healthy and wholesome. I think that's why we get a lot of our violence too, because all through the cartoons, all they doing is hitting themselves in the head with hammers and shit, chasing poor little Wile E. Coyote and right dropping them off of cliffs or blowing them up over and over and over again. Violence. He doesn't get all the letters, but he still ride for them. I get the letters. I mean, in the street life, that's the thing. You get to know a lot of different kind of people, honey. The building where I got busted at, New Pacific Hotel, that was almost all transgender people there. I mean, it was over half. And so I got to meet a lot of transgender women. So I could understand their plight more because I got to know them more, right? All kind of people. That's why I like San Francisco in particular, because it's all kind. If you walk out your door, it's like the United Nations, honey. I've heard many gays say trans persons confuse them. Well, they might say that these gay boys confuse them, honey. He said, girl, where's your dress? Where's your wig, honey? I don't understand them. Child, everybody has issues with everybody, honey. You take a whole bunch of girls, supposed to be white girls with blonde hair and blue eyes, girl. They're competing with each other, honey. Right? Black people, you know, they got the light skin and the dark skin, girl. You from Africa, you from whatever. There's always confusion about people. People have insecurities. People, sometimes we're hateful too. But whatever one is, that's what we all are. We all have a piece of that in us. We're humans. God bless the child that's got his own moment. You've got lots of friends crowded around your door, money gone, and you're still here. They don't come no more. Rich relations give a crust of bread and say, you can help yourself, but don't take too much. That has got nothing to do with my story. It just popped up. I don't know why. Mama may have. Oh, I just thought of another song I used to love. It was a Negro spiritual. Summer time and the living's easy. Fish are jumping so high. Your old man, no, your mama, all she mighty good looking. And your daddy, so rich, baby. You hush Little baby is all over you. Don't get me to singing. Nikki B, you're just in time. Oh, baby, the spirit, the singing spirit just fell down on me, honey. Right? It fell on me like lightning. No! Oh my God, terrible! Why'd you make me look like a monkey? Are you a colorist, Nikki B? I know I asked you before. Hi, Rhonda McGee. The song I should be singing as my theme song, since I live in San Francisco. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Looks like nothing's ever gonna change. Everything still remains the same. I can't do what my people tell me to do. I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. Oh, I had nothing to live for. I ain't gonna tell you how I ended up in the San Francisco Bay. It wasn't no decision of mine, baby. I know I told you before. That's who? Gershwin? What's Gershwin? Nikki B been in here for a while. Nikki been here listening to my beautiful music? Oh. Well, Nikki B don't mind the commentary. He minds the singing, or what he describes as the horrible sounds. And then he'll go over there and listen to Jay Wilson for a half hour. I don't understand it. I don't understand. I don't understand it, child. He said, Jay Wilson. I love his runs. You sure do, honey. He got y'all food to thinking people are paying him to sing, right? They hired an organist, honey. He's hired there to play you got to have music in church, child. Ain't nobody pay that fool to sing. The wonderful thing about being a church musician, everybody's singing together, honey. Or whoever's on the stage is singing. When he goes on stage, all he does is do this. And if you watch the hands, they ain't got nothing to do with what's going on with the people. Ain't nobody trying to hear that voice, honey, except Nikki B. Goonies, you actually timing the man? How long you been here? Uncle Tim theme song is Nookie by Limp Bizkit. I feel like shit and being treated like shit. I just might break something tonight. I'm like a chainsaw. I'll rub your ass raw. And if my day keeps going like this, I just might break your fucking face tonight. Give me something real. Limp Bizkit. You don't forget nothing, Goonies. I don't know why, Tim. You see my name, you start singing. It's something in your spirit, honey, that brings on song. You should be proud of it, Nikki B. Sing a song full of the love and the hope you've been given. Sing a song. I write the songs that make the whole world sing. I write the songs of love and special things. I write the songs that make the young girls cry. I am music and I write the song. Who knows about that? Oh, and then just coincidentally or spiritually, a person shows up, the last comment, his name is Barry, and the song is by none other than Barry Manilow. How y'all doing today? What's going on, Prima Wanda? I know about that. You know about that? Barry Manilow, that was him, honey. He came out in his 70s, so he beat out Jay Wilson. He's a hell of a songwriter. I enjoyed the song too. Oh, we only give him a minute or so, Rhonda. How you doing, Rhonda McGee? You working, Prima Wanda? It's a blessing, honey. It is a blessing. Tell Jay Wilson. He love it. Ooh, she working. She working. I said, girl, who the hell ain't working, girl? I'm working. Jay Wilson, all my life I dreamed of the day when I would not have to work, bitch. You got a wide musical range. You just don't have that tone, baby. Mm-hmm. Ooh, Luther Vandross. Why y'all say them names, child? He sound like Jay Wilson is an incredible voice. He sound like Luther Vandross, very smooth and spiritual. Nikki B, he likes to rile me, honey. You saying these horrible things, girl. A chair is still a chair, even when there's no one sitting there. But a chair is not a house, and a house is not a home when you're not there. All right, give me some more songs then, Nick B. I will wear you out before you wear me out. Let me see. Now, what is this? Ants at work, Nest, Dave, 1250. What happened? Hamburg, Germany? What is this? O2? O2. I think you might try to get some messages in here, honey. I ain't going for it. O2, I don't want to offend you, brother, but you gone. Because you got all these things that I don't understand, not even in English or Spanish. I don't know what that is. You see, Caldwell is back on the scene strong. Well, Andrew Caldwell got fired. Not only did he get fired, he got everybody at the radio station fired, honey. That's why he's circulating. I'm gonna sue him. He's on there acting just like Andrew Caldwell, cussing people out, cussing the women out to work there and all this stuff, child, and got the whole damn thing crashed. But people are saying that the radio station was already entering into bankruptcy anyway. So they probably, the bankruptcy people, start cutting and chopping when they saw his behavior. So that's why they talking about Andrew Caldwell recently. I think that just happened a couple weeks ago. Hey, Nappy Child. Nappy Child says subscribe and support Timothy Blaine. We want to hear that sound. Y'all can wish me on Saturday. That's my birthday. That blessed sound, honey. That's Cash App sound. Hi, Miss Sherry. Wait a minute. Donald J. Wilson sounds like Joe Cocker. Forgive me, Joe Cocker. Joe Cocker. Wait a minute. What was Joe Cocker's big song? What was that? He had a beautiful song. What's Joe Cocker's big song that he had? Tell me, Goonies. You know everything. Wait a minute. I love you. No, something about love. Anybody know? Joe Cocker's that guy with the real raspy voice. He had a tremendous big #1 hit way back in the 60s. I don't know what it was. It's a beautiful song. I got to blink on it. If somebody said it, I bet I could sing the whole song now. Oh, you are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything I hope for. You're everything I need. Boom, boom. You are so beautiful to me. Play with me. Awful, terrible. Close my ears. That's right, Nikki B. You tell him. Goonies, but my apology. I'm sorry for saying a song, saying a singer. I love that song. You are so beautiful. That's right up there with Simply Beautiful. I gotta be a spiritual person, Barry, because you showed up and I was just mentioning a Barry Manilow song, and now my mind had just said that's better than Simply Beautiful. And you come on and you say Simply Wonderful. So where does Simply word come? Is this a spiritual thing? I don't know. Five Baby gonna tell y'all about the spirit. Five Baby is going from being beef sector princess to being Juanita Bynum, honey. Maybe she'll be successful. I don't know. She's a pretty smart girl. I mean, it's not like she's a dummy or anything, right? And we do have spiritual life, so maybe she can catch a new audience. But when you say you left the beef sector, honey, you got to acknowledge that, girl. Everybody I'm talking to is beef sector. So it takes a while to build up a new audience, honey. You get by with a little help. You get by with a little help from your friends. That's the Beatles, ain't it? Would you need? I just need someone to love. Can it be anybody? I simply need somebody to love. Oh, I get by with a little help. I'm pretty sure that was written by the Beatles. How you doing, Barry Anderson? Addison, excuse me. Anyway, peoples, I apologize to y'all with sensitive ears, but I got to get it out of me, baby. It's like fire. Shut up in my bones. They said, put it back in your bones, baby. Thank y'all for coming in today. Wait a minute. Do my perimeter check before I leave. I don't know why I do perimeter check. It's never anything new. But sometime a hot story will hit you. Okay, they're all talking about, Thais is talking about Andrew's situation. They wanted to kill him. The way he was talking to him, I can see why. They're all in St. Louis. He's talking to the rappers like that. Oh. Calling folk bitches and things. But you got to give Andrew a pass. Like he said, he was born with mild retardation. He's doing the best he can. He's crazy like a fox, right? Because he keeps popping up on radio shows. He's been in plays. He's traveled. His character is all built on, I'm not gay no more, right? Well, a lot of people say they're not gay no more through history, but he said it in a certain way, a special way, particularly when he broke out in his dance. Y'all dance for him. Dance with him. If you ain't dancing with him, that means you got issues. I love me a women's. And he wrote that, honey. You've been writing it for 5 years. You got to ask yourself, well, why the hell did a radio station hire him? Right? We heard the antics of Andrew. We've seen these women come up to him and just slap the shit out of him for no particular reason. Girl. He made a lot of enemies. But he ain't stupid. I mean, as far as entertainment. Joe Cocker is the only person I've ever seen who actually he has cerebral palsy. Is that what his issue was? He also had alcoholism, didn't he? I've never seen only has cerebral palsy when they start singing. Oh, so you're saying he seems like he has cerebral palsy. Was he actually diagnosed with that? His voice is beautiful to me, real raspy, but real soulful. He was saying like, you are so beautiful. That is the way he sang. I don't know that I remember him talking very much, so I don't know if it's. Yeah, he's definitely had something. He's no longer with us. Okay, yeah, I agree with Egyptian goddess. Everyone enjoy your day. So once again, if you want to see Miss Five Baby, you miss her. Her name is now Shalina Marie. Okay? Later, people. Y'all have a wonderful day.